Well, we have in the studio the country director for agribusiness in sustainable natural plant products, and Juliana Asante Date is her name. How are you, Julie?
I'm good.
Okay. Now, basically, I know you're launching a program. Tell us about it.
Yeah, the program is Entrepreneurship for Opportunity Actualization. It is a USAID-funded program through Africa Lead 2, and ASNAP is the implementing agency. And what we are hoping to do is to provide hands-on industry training for graduates, young graduates and students, and also SMEs. And we are hoping to place the interns that will be selected with agribusiness firms, because we feel that there's so much opportunity in the agribusiness sector that has not really been exposed. So we want to place people who have just finished university, have done their national service, and are looking for job opportunities.
How are you going to select them?
The application is open. It's online.
It's on your website?
It's on a website. We have www.eopact.com. And when you go there...
Again?
www.eopact.com. Eopact is E-O-P-A-C-T.
Like a pact?
Yes, like a pact. And when you go there, you would have all the information about how to apply, who qualifies, and the criteria for selection. So you go online, you apply, we would screen, we would interview, and then we'll select the participating candidates. And then also we've done firms assessment. So we have spoken to agribusiness firms that are looking for people with particular skill sets, and they want them to come work with them on an internship basis for a period of time.
Why the need to push a lot more young people into agricultural sector, especially those who are in school?
Yes.
Or will be out of school
Yes.
soon?
What we are saying is that unemployment is a problem in Ghana. Not only in Ghana, Africa, about 40% of the youth are jobless, and about 70 people are graduating, but only 6,000 have any chance of getting a job after school. So we are saying that the agric sector is so important to Ghana's economy. It provides employment for over 60% of the people. But as we talk about agricultural transformation, we will move from just the traditional agric into agribusiness, where we are talking about value addition, when we are talking about processing, when we are talking about improved technologies. And we feel that these are opportunities that will excite the youth. There are opportunities for product aggregation, for processing, for product development, and also for just new products that could come on board to add value to what we do. We do cocoa, but we can do chocolate. We are doing vegetables. Now there's technology, even in a small space, to produce so much vegetables from just that limited space with intensive production technologies that will give you high quality vegetables that you can sell at a much higher price than what you would from your open field production. You don't have challenges with diseases because it's protected. You use less water because, again, you are measuring, you are not growing in the soil, you are growing in media. And you are able to control the water that you use, the agrochemicals that you apply. You use IPM, which is Integrated Pest Management, and you are able to control your pest incidents.
This is quite interesting. But if you take a look at it, for example, I'm a young graduate, or I'm in the last year of school, or maybe I finished school 2-3 years ago. I'm still relatively within the age bracket of being young. And I'm being selected. Am I going to be categorized or what? Because then our potentials or our social capital values are different.
Yes, but we are looking at mainly people who are not employed. So once you are young and you are not employed, then we feel that you qualify to at least come in, put in an application. Let us evaluate you based on what you learned in school, what you've been doing since you left school. We are not saying that you have to be employed to be part of the program.
And you shouldn't have studied agric that's necessary.
Preferably, you should have a background in agric or an agric-related field. We are saying that there are so many opportunities out there. We want to focus this in on the agribusiness sector. So you have done agric or an agric-related field. It could even be in sociologists and community mobilization, because some of the companies are looking for product mobilization,
stakeholder engagement.
Yes, so anything that has to do with agribusiness, you are welcome to go online.
So sufficiently is about putting people in internship moods. And then ultimately, what happens to them after they finish the internships? Do they become farmers then?
No, there are two things that can happen. You could be employed by the companies that you provide these services for based on the quality of service that you provide for the companies. You could also be exposed to other opportunities that you as an individual might see and will want to develop further. There are also agribusiness incubation centers that we are trying to set up, and with other programs. FARA with Agric is doing something on seed. Seed as in even yam. To grow yam, there are yam seeds that you need as the planting material, mini sets that you would need, and there's so much of it that is required, but we are currently not producing enough. So there are all these opportunities in the agric sector that we want to expose the youth to, and some people would see the business opportunity and say, oh, I want to give this a try. There is a system where you can now feed into, where you get training, you can get some form of support and attachment, and then you can build your business idea further. So that's what we are hoping to do. That one, you say become an entrepreneur, become an employer, or be employable. Those are the three outcomes that we are hoping to achieve with this program.
And you're launching it
this morning at 9:30 at Alisa Hotel.
Okay. Well, I have to let you go, but before I do so, though, there's always stigma with farming. So what do you do with it?
Yes, that's what my boss will often say, that agric is not sexy, and that's the challenge we are having. But that's because most of what we've done has focused on the traditional agric, which is just production and open field production with cutlasses and hoes. That is not attractive to any youth. That's why we are talking about improved technologies. We are talking about commercial agriculture. We are talking about processing. We are talking about aggregation. We are moving along this value chain. So it's not just production. There are opportunities in processing, in aggregation, in marketing, in value addition, and the export. Chain. So we want the whole value chain. And that's why we are saying agribusiness. So move from the traditional agric into agric as a business. And that's what we want, the idea that we want to sell to people, that there's so much more to agric than just producing with cutlasses and hoes. And we want them to come and be exposed to some of these opportunities.
Oh, thank you very much. We've been very much grateful that you've been able to pass through the studio this morning. And we hope that at least we can get a lot more feedback after you do the launch.
Okay.
We can also get a lot more processes. And if we can take our cameras to the various sites where you want to intern the students, or potentially those who have some level of training. We've had in the studio Juliana Asante Date. She is the country director for what they call ASNAP. And ASNAP basically means the agribusiness in sustainable natural plant product. They're launching a program today that will result in a lot more young people, preferably having a lot more interest in agriculture, to be interned in 3 phases in various areas, to be interested in agriculture, or what we call agribusiness. We're taking a break. When we come back, we're going to have Gladys Soredo in the studio, and she's going to bring us entertainment. It's brought to you by Airtel. We'll stay on.